How long ago was this?
I think that's 80 or 81, if I'm not mistaken. It's East Side Comedy Club.
Right.
Jackie was on the show. He was emceeing, I guess. I don't know whether I was on the bill or not. I don't know if Eddie was on the bill or not. But we used to go, even when we weren't booked, to fuck with the other comics just because it was a place to hang, and it was a real playground, I mean, and everyone just loved working with everybody else. And I used to do two characters that would interrupt comics when they were on stage. One was this Italian film director, who that guy was there, and right. The other one was Herb Dexter, who was the plumber. I think I got a picture of that somewhere with Hiram Caston, where I got a plunger out of the bathroom, and I had a hat and a jacket, and I used to roll my pants up above my knee, and I just want to let you know somebody obviously had Mexican tonight, and so you want to keep it just to the number one, okay, in the ladies' room, because Jesus, God on a bicycle. I don't know whether or not, I'm Herb Dexter. Number one in the number two business, and I would just mess around. But this was an Italian film director, and then all of a sudden Eddie comes out of the kitchen with the apron on, and he's got a plate, and he said he was the dishwasher, and he was pissed off because the people kept putting their cigarettes out on the plate, and he knew each and every plate by name. This is Edgar, man. This is Edgar. And somebody stubbed a cigarette out on Edgar, man. Don't worry, Edgar, I got your back. He was talking to the plate. It was just fucking genius.
Wow.
And it was what we used to do. We just used to improv all the time, back and forth, because the identical triplets, that's what we used to do. We'd do a little bit of our each, Bob Nelson, Eddie, myself would do little bits of our own separate acts, and then we would do these little prepared sketch things, and would just launch us into just doing whatever. Just, Nelson would pretend that he was a scuba diver, and then Eddie and I would just jump in, and then we would just go with it. And
right,
there was a connection there, and we kind of knew how each one thought, and it was I look most fondly on those days for that reason, because it was just it was just so much fun. I used to heckle Joey Kola.
And Joey Cola's a sweetheart too, so that must have been great.
What was great was that he would go right along with it.
Right.
I was a drunk guy named Leon, and I would say, "You're very funny, Joey Pepsi Cola. Did you drive here?" "Yes, I did, sir. I have a brand new Honda Quaalude. It doesn't get much mileage, but am I relaxed when I drive?" I mean, it was, and then he would just toss it back to me, and we would do 20 minutes in the middle of a set.
Wow.
And the audience knew that this was something,
right.
It was not expected, and it was very exciting. I mean, it was. You can't, you couldn't do that now, No,
I was just going to say, I feel like the club owners, even then, club owners are always, a comedian's enemy to a certain extent. But I feel like even now, they don't let you play the way that you guys got to play back in the day.
Well, it's a different business, the East Side was the first room where we actually started making money, and it was opened and run by one of us, one of the Magnificent Seven, who started at Dixon's, Richie Minervini. And so, we were friends with the owner, and he, to his credit, he knew that this was lightning in a bottle, and he just let it happen. So,
and now comedy clubs are like, "Excuse me, we're trying to run a restaurant here."
Right. And it's very regimented, it's like, 15 off, 15 off, 15 off, giving the light at, 11, it's a very, very different business.
Dystopia tonight.